You think you know your cat. You think that slow blink or that soft purr means everything is fine. But right now, inside your cat's body, a silent clock is ticking. Most cat owners are accidentally destroying their pet's kidneys every single day. And the worst part? Your cat is programmed by evolution to hide the pain until it's far too late. By the time you notice they're drinking a little more water or acting a bit tired, 70% of their kidney function is already gone. Gone forever. Welcome to Animal Dialects. I'm a specialist in animal behavior and neurobiology, and today, we aren't just looking at cute behaviors. We are decoding the 14 deadly mistakes that are shortening your cat's life. I'm talking about the healthy treats that act like slow-acting toxins, the common household scents that are suffocating their internal organs, and the one mistake involving a simple bowl of water that is causing chronic dehydration in millions of households across the West. If you want your companion to live 5, even 10 years longer, you need to stop thinking like a human and start understanding the biological blueprint of a predator. Because what you call love might actually be what's killing them. Let's dive deep.
Now, I know what you're thinking. My cat seems fine. They purr, they eat, they sleep. How could I be destroying their kidneys? Here is the cold, biological truth that the pet food industry won't tell you. Your cat is a desert specialist. Their ancestors evolved to survive in arid environments where water was scarce. Because of this, their brains are hardwired to get almost all of their hydration from their prey, not from a bowl. When you ignore this evolutionary blueprint, you trigger a chain reaction of internal damage that is virtually invisible until the final stage. In the next few minutes, I'm going to show you why the standard way we've been taught to raise cats in the West is actually a recipe for chronic renal failure. We are going to bridge the gap between ancient instinct and modern convenience. I'll reveal the specific household habits that act as micro-stressors on their renal system, things you do every day thinking you're helping. And stay tuned, because halfway through, I'm going to reveal a hidden thirst signal that most owners mistake for a cute personality quirk, but is actually a desperate cry for help from their internal organs. If you've ever wondered why your cat suddenly started sleeping in the sink, or why they've become picky with their food, you're about to get the answer. By the end of this video, you won't just be a cat owner, you'll be a guardian who knows exactly how to add years back to your cat's life. Let's look at the first mistake, the one sitting right in your pantry.
Mistake number 14, the dry food trap. Most people see premium kibble and think complete nutrition. But here's the neurobiology of it. Your cat's brain is designed to receive a thirst signal from the stomach through moisture-rich prey. Dry kibble is less than 10% water. When a cat eats only dry food, their brain fails to trigger the thirst response early enough. They live in a state of permanent, low-level dehydration, forcing the kidneys to work twice as hard to concentrate urine. It's like trying to run a car with sludge instead of oil. Mistake 13, the food-water proximity. Look at where your water bowl is. Is it right next to the food? In the wild, a predator knows that water near a carcass is likely contaminated with bacteria. This is a survival instinct called neophobia. By putting them together, you're creating a subconscious stressor. They'll drink just enough to survive, but never enough to thrive. Move that bowl to a different room, and you'll see their intake double overnight.
Mistake 12, ignoring the litter box ledger. If your cat suddenly starts urinating outside the box, don't get angry. This is a micro signal of pain. When kidneys fail, urine becomes acidic and painful to pass. They associate the litter box with that burning sensation and try to find a safe spot, like your laundry or rug. Punishing them doesn't fix the behavior. It just spikes their cortisol, which further constricts blood flow to the kidneys. Stop. Right now, go look at your cat's whiskers. Are they twitching while they eat? This is whisker fatigue. If their bowl is too deep and narrow, their highly sensitive whiskers hit the sides, sending a sensory overload to the brain. This stress causes them to eat and drink less, leading back to, you guessed it, kidney strain. Switch to a flat plate immediately. Mistake 11, the human treat poisoning. That tiny piece of ham or a lick of tuna juice seems harmless, right? Wrong. The sodium levels in processed human food are catastrophic for a feline's renal filtration system. One slice of deli ham for a cat is the salt equivalent of a human eating 10 bags of potato chips in one sitting. Their kidneys simply aren't built to process that much salt.
Mistake 10. The scented home sabotage. This is the one that shocks most owners. If you use plug-in air fresheners or essential oils like tea tree or peppermint, you are chemically taxing your cat's kidneys. Because cats lack specific liver enzymes to break down volatile organic compounds, these toxins linger in their bloodstream until the kidneys are forced to filter them out. You aren't just freshening the air, you're polluting their internal organs. Does your cat love drinking from the tap? This isn't just a cute quirk. This is mistake number 9, ignoring the moving water instinct. In nature, still water is dead water. Moving water is safe. If you only provide a stagnant bowl, your cat's instinctual brain is telling them danger. They are waiting for the tap because their survival hardware is screaming for running water. If they are obsessed with the faucet, they are likely already in a state of dehydration. Mistake 8. Over-vaccinating a senior cat. While vaccines are life-saving, recent studies in ethology and veterinary science show that some older cats develop chronic inflammation from unnecessary boosters, which can trigger immune-mediated kidney damage. Always ask your vet for a titer test instead of a blind injection. Mistake 7. The high-protein myth. It's not about the amount of protein, it's about the quality. Low-quality protein in cheap food creates high levels of phosphorus. Phosphorus is the ultimate enemy of a failing kidney. It's like sandpaper rubbing against. So what is the biological lesson here? After 20 years of studying the neurobiology and behavior of these predators, I can tell you one thing for certain. Your cat is not a small, low-maintenance dog. They are highly sophisticated biological machines that operate on a different frequency than ours. The biggest takeaway I want you to internalize today is the concept of environmental enrichment as medicine. In the wild, a cat's kidneys stay healthy because their lifestyle forces them to be active, hydrated, and mentally engaged. In our modern homes, we've traded their survival instincts for convenience, and their internal organs are paying the price. When you see a behavior you don't like urinating on the rug or being cranky, stop looking at it as a discipline problem. Start looking at it as a data point. Your cat is a master of stoicism. They will suffer in silence until the damage is irreversible. By the time they show you they are sick, they have been struggling for months. Understanding animal dialects means learning to read the quiet language of their biology. It's about realizing that a bowl of water, the scent of your room, and the texture of their food are not just stuff. They are the building blocks of their longevity. Every small change you make today, moving that water bowl, ditching the scented oils, or switching to wet food, is a direct deposit into their life extension fund. You have the power to stop the clock. You have the power to prevent a tragedy that hasn't happened yet. We don't just want our cats to exist in our homes, we want them to thrive in our lives. Because at the end of the day, they don't have a voice to tell us where it hurts. They only have us. So here is the ultimate payoff for staying with me today. You now hold the secret code to your cat's survival. If you take just one thing away from this, let it be this. Kidney disease isn't an inevitable part of aging. It is often the result of a biological mismatch between the wild animal inside your cat and the modern world outside of it. The why is simple. Evolution didn't prepare them for a bowl of dry biscuits and a scented living room. But the how to fix it is even simpler. By making these changes, you aren't just preventing a disease, you are restoring their dignity as a predator. Now, remember that micro signal I mentioned at the beginning, the pale gums? That was our final clue. If you checked your cat's gums today and they looked more like a soft porcelain white than a healthy bubblegum pink, that is the silent alarm. It means the kidneys are likely failing to produce the hormone needed for red blood cells.
If you see that, don't wait for a sign of pain. Go to the vet tomorrow. Being proactive is the difference between a crisis and a cure.
You are now equipped with the animal dialects of feline health. You've learned to see the hidden toxins, to hear the silent cries for hydration, and to feel the subtle shifts in their behavior. This is how we change the statistics. This is how we ensure that 1 in 3 number never applies to your best friend. If you found value in this deep dive, do me a favor, hit that like button. It tells the algorithm that pet health matters, and it helps this warning reach an owner who might be making mistake number 1 at this very moment. If you're ready to become a better guardian, subscribe to Animal Dialects. We're on a mission to decode the secret language of the animals we love, one species at a time. Comment below with the word guardian if you're committing to moving that water bowl today. I read every single one. Thanks for watching and for listening to what your cat can't say. I'll see you in the next deep dive.